Well, my name is Daryl Kwao. First up this afternoon, President Akufo-Addo has charged the newly launched Development Bank Ghana to form strong ties with players in the private sector to work towards reviving the economy. Speaking at a ceremony to announce the official takeoff of the bank, President Akufo-Addo described the Development Bank as a critical initiative in transforming the economy.
Development Bank Ghana should be the bedrock for our renewed commitment to private sector development. It is expected to work to transform our SMEs into well-functioning, formal and strong corporates with the potential to increase our GDP, employ more people, and enhance our tax efforts. The bank must be partners with the private sector, the Association of Ghana Industries, the Private Enterprises Foundation, the Employers Association, the Pharmaceutical Industry Association of Ghana, the Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters, the Ghana Securities Industry Association, and the Ghana Association of Bankers. The bank must work with them to provide access to long-term funds, access to markets, both domestic and foreign, and skills developments. Today, we have made considerable progress with creating an enabling ecosystem that should make the private sector stronger than it has been in the past. Development Bank Ghana will support all banks in the economy to have access to long-term funds, including the National Investment Bank and the Agricultural Development Bank and the Ghana Exim Bank. It will also support private equity funds and other capital market firms to have access to our bond market and facilitate equity financing for SMEs. Additionally, it will partner research institutions to undertake sector research, support innovation centers and business accelerators. It will ensure that the requisite capital is directed towards business ideas with the most potential for growth and job creation under the financial services ecosystem. With its strong balance sheet, independence, and vision, we expect that the bank will tap into the international capital market, develop the domestic debt market, and design products to attract diaspora funds into crucial sectors of the economy. And I have no doubt that the bank will work strictly within the guidelines and regulations of the Bank of Ghana.
The bank has received more than $700 million from shareholders and partners as seed capital to on-lend to commercial banks to support growth of small and medium enterprises. Here's Chief Executive Kwamna Duka.
BG today has a capital structure of nearly $800 million. To date, this funding has given us funds in excess of $700 million for on-lending through our PFIs to our SMEs. And in terms of our equity structure, we have about $200 and $250 million, roughly about 1.2 billion cedis in capital. We are humbled by the support we have received so far and indeed continue to receive from these institutions and the government of Ghana. A commitment to make an impact by doing it differently and doing it properly.
On Zoom with us this afternoon, Dr. Daniel Amate-Nim, who is Executive Director of Policy Initiative for Economic Development. Great to have you on the program. How crucial is this bank in reviving the economy as the President expects?
Yes, thank you very much. It depends. In principle, development banks are supposed to mobilize excess liquidity for onward lending to businesses so that businesses can expand their production capacity and create the necessary jobs and also help beef up government domestic revenue mobilization. So in principle, it's a very good vehicle in stimulating economic growth because the focus will not be on commercial banking, but it's going to focus on critical firms or critical companies within the domestic economy and support them financially, not only with financial support, but also to support them with a technical support. We expect a vibrant development bank to have a department, a very strong research department with a technical know-how to be able to understand the dynamics within the domestic market and support businesses. On that score, having a development bank is good for the future of our economy. But the issue or the caution is that political interference should be taken out of the equation. Political interference, especially from the highest officers, from the presidency. We have seen over the period where we have established specific banks to address specific needs within the domestic economy. But along the journey, we have realized that they couldn't live up to expectation because of political interference. We asking that this time around, they will allow the development bank to work as an institution. They will allow the professionals that are supposed to manage or to man this institution to be able to do their work professionally. If that is done, I'm of the view that coming on board will be able to support businesses and help stimulate overall economic growth.
And already we are told the bank has received more than $700 million from shareholders and partners as seed capital to on-lend to commercial banks to support the growth of SMEs. Is that a good place to focus for a start, and where else should the bank's focus be?
I think it is a step in the right direction. Equally so, they should also exploit further, go into other markets where there are excess liquidity at a very competitive rate to be able to beef up their seed capital. And they should be, for now, the SME sector is very key and critical in stimulating economic growth and creating jobs. So they should be able to identify SMEs that are doing well. First, they should start with SMEs that are doing well and support them financially and technically. And they should also look at emerging SMEs that are coming, and they should be able to support them. Now, as a bank, they should be able to identify individuals, more importantly, political actors that will take advantage and quickly establish businesses with a view of taking money from the development bank for their political reasons. They should be able to identify certain and block that loopholes. If that is done, then I'm of the view that within the medium to long-term perspective, we should expect growth within the SME sector, and we should expect a certain degree or a certain level of job creation, and equally so, revenue generation as far as the government to domestic revenue mobilization is concerned.
All right. And the governor of the central bank, Dr. Addison, at the launch today said the Bank of Ghana will hold the development bank to same rules as the commercial banks. What measures should be put in place to ensure the bank achieves its mandate? Plus, there have been concerns, banks like ADB and IB, which started off as development banks, losing their orientation along the way. You talk about political interference. How do we avoid that?
Yeah, so first, we must ensure that we allow the systems and the structures to work. In Ghana, we have done so much in terms of, I've seen it over and over again, where the political, system outweighs what is supposed to be on the ground. I trust that BOG will do as expected, and they will not allow political actors to take advantage. More importantly, now that we will very soon be, nearing an election area, they should avoid the temptation of, allowing political actors to direct their attention, by giving loans to political faithfuls with a view of supporting political parties. So to me, it was down on the people managing the thing. They should be able to step their feet on the ground and then ensure that professionalism dictates the pace of the day. And to me, that's the only way that we could curtail political interference.
Right. Thank you very much, Executive Director of Policy Initiative for Economic Development, Dr. Daniel Amartey-Anim. I appreciate your thoughts this afternoon.